Kanye West just dropped a bombshell on X, and it might be the most disturbing thing he's ever said. In a wild tweet, Ye hinted at witnessing something extremely inappropriate between his mom and another woman when he was just a kid. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Rumors are flying about Kanye's mom exposing him to freak-offs at such a young age, casting the mother-son relationship in a completely different light.
Tell me about the relationship with your mom, and you can tell me your relationship with your son.
I hate my mom.
The wildest part? Kanye's blaming his mother for the crimes he has committed over the years, especially his sick behavior towards older women. Just what did Kanye say? And did his mom really have freakouts with women in front of him? And is that the real reason behind Kanye's creepy behavior? Let's find out. So, Kanye's been terrorizing X for a while now. But this latest tweet from him sent the internet into a frenzy. The rapper tweeted, "You know that day when you hear noises coming from your mom's room and you find out she's a lesbian and you're like, 'Mom, that's my babysitter. You're sleeping with the employees. See, I got it from you, Mom.'" Honestly, the fact that Kanye tweeted that about his mom was straight up shocking. He's always spoken highly of his mother.
Thank you for being just an outstanding son.
Wow.
You really are pretty cool, the best, as a matter of fact.
Oh, word.
Yep.
You the best mom?
Kanye was an only child, and he took it really hard when his mom, Donda West, passed away in 2007 at the age of 58 from coronary artery disease following cosmetic surgery. He dedicated his performances of Hey Mama at the 50th Annual Grammy Awards and on the Glow in the Dark tour to her. He also released the track Only One in 2014, 7 years after her passing, where he told his story from his mother's point of view, rapping, "I know you're happy, 'cause I can see it, so tell the voice inside your head to believe it." And let's not forget about how he paid her a tribute by featuring her portrait on a shirt from the 2018 Yeezy collection. What's more, the rapper told MTV back in 2005, "My mother was my everything." Safe to say, Kanye loved his mom, or so everyone thought. His latest tweet has everyone questioning his relationship with his mother. Some folks believe that Kanye's simply acting out again. But a small part of the internet is convinced that catching Donda in the act, and that too with another woman, messed him up. In fact, some people believe that it goes way deeper than that. Think about it. Why would the rapper tweet about a one-time thing? Not to mention, he clearly mentioned that learning the truth about his mom led him down a dark path. It's almost like he was hinting at something sinister, like his mom hosting freak-offs and forcing him to watch. And if you're not convinced, well, you might want to look up something called repetition compulsion. It involves repeatedly engaging in behaviors or seeking experiences that echo early life experiences, including past traumas. Despite the negative consequences that a person experiences, they continue to seek out reminders of their trauma. Also known as trauma reenactment, repetition compulsion can take both symbolic and literal forms. In symbolic forms, it might involve having recurring dreams focused on subjects similar to the initial trauma. In other instances, it can involve literally repeating emotionally or physically painful situations that people have experienced in the past. And if you look closely at Kanye's life, that theory holds up. Last year, the rapper's ex-assistant, Lauren Pistiata, filed a lawsuit accusing Kanye of some pretty serious stuff. He was straight up mistreating the poor woman. But the most shocking part, according to court documents, Kanye was always interested in having intimate physical relationships with the mothers of those he was involved with. Yes, you heard that right. According to Lauren, even Bianca Censori's mother, Alexandra Censori, was on his so-called list before he married her. And get this, he referred to her as his on-call S-party participant/employee. What's more, Lauren also shared a disturbing text message between West and Bianca from September 28, 2022. He apparently said this, "I want to mess with your mom before she leaves." What's twisted is that he even shared a screenshot of the message with Lauren and asked, "Should I add? I meant, I want you to watch me F your mom." Now, Bianca was on a work visa back then and she didn't want to lose her job. So instead of telling West off, she wrote this, "Alexandra is married. I'm gonna EF someone this weekend and tell you the next time you're inside me." And if you're wondering whether Lauren is telling the truth, well, she worked for the rapper from 2021 to 2022 as his assistant, which meant she had access to all kinds of information. More importantly, Bianca's mother refused to comment on the situation. According to Hollywood Unlocked and Daily Mail Australia, she was approached by some reporters following the revelation, and here's what she had to say. "I don't want to be drawn into the latest claims about my son-in-law." The fact that she didn't want to comment on the situation seems like another confirmation. Honestly, if fans try to figure out why Kanye would do anything like this, his latest tweet seems like the missing piece of the puzzle. And guess what? The evidence doesn't stop there. Recently, Kanye expressed an interest in Beyoncé's mom as well. The rapper shared a screenshot of someone sending the banana emoji to Tina Knowles, along with the caption, "This game's phone." In another post, he put up a picture with a banana with the caption, "Tear that monkey up." And he didn't stop there. He also put up a video of the game dropping bars over Beyoncé's Formation, the same track Tina was serenaded with on the Jennifer Hudson show, along with the caption, "Tina by Game produced by me." Kanye also posted the video of Tina walking out to the show's choir, along with the caption, "Game finna slide for the guys." To add to the drama, fans found out Kanye was gearing up to release a song titled Tina, which samples Tina Turner's hit, "What's Love Got to Do With It?" And so they concluded that he was only using Tina to build hype for his new release. But then people listened to the lyrics of the track. They were shocking, to say the least. "I see my Destiny's Child DMing was stressing me out. Nervous, my stomach in knots. So I took a couple of shots, then I took the whip off the lot, then I put the whip on the yacht. Missus, you tricking or not?" Meanwhile, the chorus went, "You must understand, oh, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. You must understand, oh, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's." After listening to those bars, a lot of people found themselves wondering whether Kanye had something with Tina or whether he was fantasizing about a relationship with her.
I think they're trying to infer that
understanding.
maybe the game and Tina have something, or he wants something, or
Well, she did go through a divorce recently.
single ready to mingle.
Yeah, maybe she did have a thing with the game. Is that what they're insinuating?
It's just out of the blue. It seems like just an arbitrary target. Like Tina Knowles and the game have beef, or they have love, or whatever. It's just like, it's such a weird, it's so Kanye.
Yeah, and also I think like Tina, we kind of know her as like that mom that's like posting funny like dad jokes, and she's so like, comes off like such a sweet lady. So to be involved in like a rap, you know, possible relationship / diss track is just feels very off-brand for her.
She probably loves it though.
You think so?
Just a little bit of attention, these two big rappers rapping about you.
I feel like she's like looking at the lyrics and she's putting on her glasses, being like, okay, what did they say about me?
Either way, it was sick. That said, looking back on the entire situation in light of the recent revelations about Kanye's mom, Donda, the thing with Tina has a new meaning. It's exactly what a victim would do. They would try to go out of their way to recreate their early traumatic experiences for a sense of clarity and familiarity. However, apart from the evidence, would Donda really have been capable of doing something like that? Well, we already know of one person in her situation who stooped to the same level, and that's Diddy's mom. She was a single mother who wanted to make sure her only son climbed the top of the ladder. And to achieve that goal, she left no stone unturned. However, fans found out about the extremes she went to once her son got put in jail. One of Diddy's old friends, Tim Dog Patterson, was contacted by Peacock for the documentary, Diddy, the Making of a Bad Boy. The two had been friends ever since they were kids, and so the fact that Patterson knew some ugly truths about Diddy's upbringing is not exactly a surprise. According to him, Sean Diddy Combs' mother, Janice, would often throw wild parties at the future music mogul's childhood home, where it wasn't uncommon to walk into a room where adults were having sex. At night, it wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and find a couple in there butt naked. That's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No, that was just Saturday night. Patterson also said this, "I've always been asked the question why. I don't know the answer to why, but I truly believe it all goes back to childhood. And here are the facts about Diddy's childhood. Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, a suburb on the fringes of Upper Manhattan. Janice had moved her young family there after Combs' father, Melvin, was taken out in 1972. A known associate of Harlem drug kingpins, including Nicky Barnes, Willie Abraham, and Frank Lucas, Melvin was found blanked twice in the head, slumped over in a car. Janice kept the details of Melvin's grisly murder from her young son, intent on providing him an idyllic childhood. And she made sure to do everything in that department. She dressed Diddy to the nines so he looked like a rich kid. She had him play Little League Baseball, serve as an altar boy, and make the football team at his all-boys private Catholic high school. Unfortunately, that also included forcing him into freak-offs so he could easily blend with the Hollywood elite. But what does any of it have to do with Kanye and his mother? Well, like we said, Donda was in the same shoes. From what we know, Donda raised Kanye in the Chicago area after leaving Atlanta once she divorced her husband, Ray. She was all about Kanye, but once he dropped out of college to pursue music, she backed him up. And well, if you guys have had a chance to watch the docuseries Genius, a Kanye trilogy, you would know all about how Donda West deeply shaped each of those facets of Kanye's life and many more, serving as the driving force behind his creativity, spirituality, self-confidence, and ambition. On top of everything, Kanye did not have the easiest childhood either. He was apparently beaten up as a kid. The rapper only talked about it recently in a tweet saying, "When I was growing up, my parents beat me. You know, like when I deserved it. Not in an abusive way, I guess. I'd be like, Mom, I'm really upset I didn't get the starter hat to go with the jacket you just bought me, and then I got back handed out the blue. Just seems like that wouldn't be woke." Now, Kanye did say that it wasn't anything traumatic, but we all know how stuff like that can leave deep emotional scars. And honestly, there's a lot more that could have happened behind the scenes. Dark stuff that Kanye did not feel comfortable talking about before. However, it seems like he's working up the courage now. At the end of the day, the music industry is one twisted mess, and so the chances of Kanye's mom forcing him into something he didn't want to do, all because she wanted him to make it big, are very high. The only problem is that there's no one who can confirm Kanye's version of events, and so fans would just have to believe Kanye's wild comments for now. But what do you think? Is Kanye really telling the truth about his mom? And does he really have some sort of deeper trauma? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to check out this next video.